Good morning. The morning after. I know it's what, Wednesday, and people have work, I'm sure. I just got up. I'm just going to hold this space because I know somebody might need it. Lucy is needing me. Come here, Luce. And actually, we might have somebody come in here for. Hi, Janine. We might have somebody come in. What time is it even? 8 a.m. Central. Come here, Luis. Come here. Come here. Come here. I don't know if anyone ever does this kind of thing on YouTube, but I'm just holding space. That's all I'm doing, people. Because I just felt like I had to do this. I just felt like I had to just, for all of us, anyone who needs to. Look at my hair. I know, Carmen. Okay, first of all, yeah, I know. I'm not, yeah, I don't know. I know. Hola, peace on earth. Oh, yeah. I'm not here to make any excuses for the SGs. Personally, to be honest, I don't take any responsibility for the SGs. So I know that sounds ridiculous. Because I've been using them for so long that I do trust, which is why I came on here. But it's okay. It's totally okay. I am here to hold space for people to be angry, for people to question, for people to give each other hope. That's exactly why I came on here. So you can say whatever you need to say. Everything is so good on my end because I don't know. I just felt like I had to. Last night we sat here, about 500 of us sat here for an hour. And I did open the SGs and they did give us a big hug, and I just sat there with the hug, and I felt quite peaceful afterwards. So Roots, I'm in complete denial. This is not happening. I know. Good morning, Zen Mom. Oh, do I think the election was rigged? Entertainment purposes only? I mean, I don't know if that really matters what I think, but with everything that I know, I don't know. I'm hesitant to say. I don't want to sound like a Trumper on the other end, but something doesn't feel right. Just put it that way. I know. Miss Maya Douglas. Okay, Peggy, we'll get there. Exactly. That's why I came on here, because I think there are going to be people. I know, Project 2025, right? Wow. Yep, it's still not final, but I am asking what is the lesson here? Exactly. That's why I wanted to come on here, and I literally meant like holding the space for you guys. So because I just felt like, I don't know, I feel like there's a reason why I came on YouTube like a week and a half ago. And it was so like it was just the right thing to do. And perhaps it was for this moment, just for me too, to be here with everybody. So sad, can't believe this is happening. Must be more stuff to come. Okay, so I'm gonna last night I kept directing people to Lee Harris Energy, okay? He did a 2024 November update. You guys have to listen to that. He said very clearly, the third week of November, there will be this uplift. There's going to be something coming the third week of November. The rods are resting. Yes, they are. They're in timeout. You know how you can put people in timeout in the chat? They're in timeout. So you guys need to listen to him. You need to listen to that to help you process, because I mean, it's pretty strong what he said. And I wrote down some things, things that resonated with me, but things are different. Things are going to resonate with you differently. He said, this month is about rebuilding, reorganizing, and reinventing. So Lee has a group of angelic beings called the Z's, and he didn't do any predicting of the election, nothing like that. But he just said the message from the Z's was this month is about rebuilding, reorganizing. We're going to have some workmen coming in here, but that's okay. You guys can still stay in the chat and talk to each other. Rebuilding, reorganizing, reinventing. So the next 6 weeks, he said the next 6 weeks, he called it complex energetics. Complex energetics. That concept's a little too big for me. Like he breaks it down very nicely. He usually doesn't use sort of like bigger concepts like that you can't, you have to actually think about. But he just said for the next 6 weeks, I don't know, I wrote how things feel. Okay, so complex energetics, how things feel, the amount of complexity. We can't solve, fix, or save. We need to stand our ground. He said, get time to grow. Oh, we need the next 6 weeks for time to grow, but our nervous systems may need to adjust. You might, if you have health issues, you might have flare-ups, all that kind of stuff. So it's really, really important right now, you guys. I know this is so hard. It's awful. I went to bed and I just bawled, and we didn't even know the truth. And I just was like, oh my God, it's hard to comprehend. So we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our nervous systems. Then he said, an awakening is beginning. Patience with others, patience with self. Patience is the pace that things will move. So patience is the place where patience is the pace that things will move. Okay. Again, go listen even right now if you need to, he is the one you really want to be listening to. Here, Lee Harris energy. I think it's really going to help us. I'm going to listen to that a couple times today. He said there's going to be, okay, it's interesting. He said there's going to be power shifts. It's interesting. In the next 6 weeks. Power shifts. So I was thinking like, I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Accepting and reacting to the pent-up energy over the last couple of months needs to go somewhere. He said one way to respond to people is, I believe you believe what you believe, but my experience is different from yours. I love that. I wrote that down. I believe what you believe. Wait, I believe you believe what you believe. Like I believe what you believe, but my experience is different from yours. Okay. Yep. Lisa Kamala will be sworn in. I really think so. But here's the thing. Oh, Roots, I'm so glad. Oh, I am not here to, I don't wanna give false hope, obviously, but I think she's gonna be sworn in January. I'm just saying that. That's what I believe, but I'm not here to predict. I'm not here to give false hope about that. So, but I always believe there's just bigger things going on that we don't understand. I mean, from a, okay, so the power shifts, he said, pay attention to it in your own life, not just globally. Then he says, so that November, lower vibrations acting out. That was a theme for the month. Lower vibrations acting out. So let's be careful that our lower, we all have lower and higher vibration. We're kind of feeling lower vibration right now, aren't we? When we woke up this morning. So we want to be careful that our lower vibrations are not going to act out. Because of energy storm, he's calling it an energy storm because there's been so much pent up energy, lower vibrations will be acting out. Watch your vibration. Be careful that you're not self-destructive. He's called it the dark night of the soul at work for many. Okay. So we want to make sure in this community, regardless how small, there are going to be people that are quite angry, which is fine. I'm not, I am not interested in making excuses for anything. Again, I've been on YouTube for like a week and a half. So I'm like, you know, I mean, I literally could have just turned my channel off at this or like ditched it, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that to 298 people who want to have a conversation. I mean, because you guys are helping me so much too. And I would never do that. It's just not in my DNA. But, anyways, he said, dark night of the soul at work for many. Okay. Stay in love now more than ever. Stay in love now more than ever. He said the third week, and I wrote this down. I'm not sure it's going to make sense to me, but again, you got to go listen to it. The third week of November, there is an energy shift. And he did say, or bright light. I didn't feel like he was saying it was that flash of light thing. Yeah, I know. The SGs are in timeout right now, Charlotte. I'm not happy with them. However, there's this however. My ego is not happy. My ego is just not happy with them. However, something occurred to me when I woke up, right when I woke up. What was the word I kept saying in my head? It wasn't rigged. It was, oh man, I'll have to think about it. I'm kind of in the middle of this conversation here with Lee about Lee. I'll come back to that, I think. So third week of November, energy shift. It's the calm after the storm, bright light energy is what he called it. The third week of November. So the other theme, like I said, for the month was rebuilding, reorganizing, reinventing. The US, I wrote down the US, yourself, keep light bright, and it can be a choice. Strong couple of months. The future is bringing us through this. So the future's there. The future's already there. The future is bringing us to it right now. You're nesting for your next phase and birth. The next message I actually did a different video on because there was something different, but I don't think it pertains to this. So I'm just gonna keep focused on the third week. I just feel like, I don't know if I'm just gonna keep the TV off. I don't know. What was I thinking about this morning? It had to do with, I don't know, things just came out way too fast yesterday. Everything was just way too convenient, you guys. And I don't even know, did he get the popular vote? Because, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry. It doesn't. At which age will my body die? After age 70? Give me a time range. Oh, the SGs are in timeout right now, so yeah. You guys, oh my gosh, I don't wanna be a conspiracy theorist. I wanna say so much about that, but I'm afraid to be a conspiracy theorist. Oh, he got the popular vote? Wow. It's impossible. I'm sorry, but it's impossible. Not all votes are counted, yeah, but they called it. I mean, he's got yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll see. The best thing that can happen how could they get it wrong? Yeah, I know. I know, very sad, but we need to bring up trust. Thank you for last night, big hug. I finally fell asleep. Yeah, thank you. I know, me too. Oh, you've been crying all night, Mark. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We really just there's nothing more we don't have any control, right? So even what Lee is saying is this is the time we have got to go inside ourselves, the dark night of the soul. We've got to go inside ourselves to explore, you know, what's going on inside of us. Why are we so angry? Why are we feeling all the feels we have right now? Why are we so distrusting? Why are we afraid? He says we can't solve, fix, or save. We can't solve, fix, or save. We have to let go of the control of this. Yep, AMT, when I checked my dowsing rods, they said she would win. Please help me understand what happened. I know. They're still I swear to God, if I asked them today, they'd tell me she's still gonna win. So, but I have people who are leaving comments, you gave me false hope. I mean, I'm so sorry about that. That was not the intention at all. I got false hope too, but I ain't gonna run from it. You know what I mean? My 30-year-old self, oh my God, I would have turned my channel. I would have just I would have just I'm out of here. Why did the SGs give us the wrong answer? That's the thing is I don't think they did. So, um, I just don't think they did. In my experience with them, and I've been using them for 8 years, I don't think they gave us the wrong answer. I think they gave us we interpret a certain way. I interpreted a certain way. You interpreted a certain way. And we'll see. We'll see in 2 or 3 months, you know? I don't know. Oh, I know, Heather, 2 hours asleep, I know. I finally went to bed at 2, and I think I got up at 7:30, so yeah, Putin, Elon Musk, satellites, Georgia. Yeah. Wasn't what was there was, like, bomb threats coming in? I don't know what that's all about. I know, afraid for the immigrants. Everybody is I know. But I have to say to myself, it hasn't happened yet. I have many tears. I know, it hasn't happened yet. Look around you right now. Are you currently safe? Are you currently safe right now? Okay? If you're currently safe, then you need to sit in that space. Okay? If you're not currently safe, then you need to deal with that. I know, Alan Lickman. I mean, I know. I don't know. I guess it is gonna be hard for me to not be on YouTube today to see what people think because I think we're gonna hear a lot of I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I know, I've always stated entertainment purposes only. I know there's a reason why we do that because, you know, because we can't take the responsibility. We can't I mean, I take responsibility for coming on YouTube, absolutely. But I really came on with good intentions and and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't act like Donald Trump acts like. So, you know what I mean? Like, my intentions are quite pure, and I know all the tarot readers, their intentions are quite pure too. So people do need to, yeah, it was rigged. I know, Sean, I can't help it. I can't believe that so many could get this wrong. I know. Um, Please stop attacking others and start praying that this is not the final outcome. Exactly. Exactly. I think people just need to, that's why I wanted to come on here, because people need to express how they're feeling right now. And it's okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry at me. It's okay to be, for a couple minutes. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be angry at whoever you felt you put trust in. I left you 2 lengthy comments about frequency and timelines. Okay, let me go back to those. So I'm gonna go back. What I want you guys to do, if you have anything helpful in terms of like spirituality, personal growth, if because there are a lot, most people here, all of you guys are light workers. That's why you're here. That's why you found this channel. So if you have things, perspective to share in the chat for people, that's really what would be very helpful. You can express your sadness in the chat. Absolutely. Just get it out. You got to get it out. And then we'll talk, just hopefully you'll see in between the sadness that other people are feeling sad, angry, and then you'll see some other things. I opened YouTube to listen to Lee again, and I'm so glad I found you here. Thanks. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm here too. I literally was like, I got up in 5 minutes, as you can tell. I mean, I always look like this anyways, but I mean, I do try to do a little something. Wash my hair. I just got up 5 minutes, and I'm like, I have to go back to the community. Sending love and blessings. What happened to the age of Aquarius and the woman? Exactly, exactly. Hang on to that. Nothing happened to it. How do we demand a recount? I can't accept this. Okay. Um, Kamala, the good thing, you guys, is Kamala has a legal background. So just, you have to trust that. Like, if I trust anybody, it's her. Look at the campaign she just did. So if she concedes today, then she if she concedes today, I'm really hoping she doesn't, because I just, then everything I'm feeling right now, or what my brain wants to say, won't be true. But if she concedes today, then we have to let go of the idea that it's rigged, because anybody who would be running for, I can't even remember the last time a prosecutor ran. I think lawyers do, but not prosecutors. Okay. She knows the law, and she knows how to rally the law around her. So we have to trust that. So if she concedes today, then we know that then things were fine. If she doesn't concede today, then we got to watch this thing play out. Okay. I'm sad for our country, the Constitution, right? Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Kamala will be sworn in January, period. 6 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. I know. I'm so sad, disappointed, upset. I was crying last night too. I don't want Trump to take away my women's rights and disability rights. I'm so scared. I know. The thing is he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it yet. He's not even in office. He says he's not going to do a federal abortion ban, but he says a lot of things, doesn't he? And it doesn't even matter, because it's at the states, and the states are dealing with it horribly. It's awful. The thing is, you guys, how did I mean, Tammy Baldwin actually did win in the state of Wisconsin, which is surprising. I'm surprised because I felt like the whole thing was just swept, boom, you know? Did they take the House of Representatives? That I don't know. It's hard to find the light today. I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be we gotta feel the feelings, you know? I'm going back to what Lee said. I don't really understand the dark night of the soul, but maybe I do now. Oh my God. The dark night of the soul for many. The dark side of the night of the soul. Okay. Kamala, it's better. It's hard to find the light. Yep. Hey, Karen, how are you feeling about the SGs? Have you spoken to them alone? I have not. I told you they're on timeout. Does he pass away before January? I don't know, but I'm not sure that helps. You know, when we get over this and you guys tell me that you actually trust the SGs again, I'll be happy to bring them out. But I'm not interested in I'm not doing this to make money. Again, people don't understand. I'm retired. And like I was talking to my husband last night, I'm like, I feel like from a soul perspective, there was a reason why I came on here a week and a half ago. And it was probably just not to be a spiritual leader or anything, but just to hold space for people who I can, you know, just because I was comfortable on YouTube before. And it was just kind of like, I've never done lives before. I mean, this is incredible just to be able to sit with you guys like this. Let's see. I couldn't sleep last night. So sad this morning. It will be torture for us till January. Just hold on, y'all. Yep, exactly. Hugs to all. Love it. Everybody's sending hugs, you guys. After which age will my body die? Okay, Uma, I'm not gonna probably answer that. I know you want me to answer it. Yeah. Please consider others' anger towards you is misdirected. Please consider others' angers towards you as misdirected. I know. Exactly. I understand that. And you know what? I totally get it. Like people need somebody to be like, "Oh my God, you know." Thank you. I appreciate that though. I'm not angry. In fact, my anxiety has lessened. I'm just sad. Yeah, me too. I feel actually quite calm. Um, I feel quite calm. Lucy's sitting here next to me. She can tell. Lucy knows when look at her. She's like, Mama. She knows. She knows something's going on. Recount, yes or no? I don't know. Yes, Lisa says. That man did not win. Love to our community. I just don't believe he won. I know. And it's okay not to believe that. Please do come back to the word you got. So curious. Please do come back to the word. Okay. Maybe Michelle, if you could just clarify that a little bit. Maybe he cheated. There needs to be a recount. This feels like 2016 all over again, although it feels a little worse, doesn't it? He's supposed to be sentenced around the 20th. What if that happens? Yeah, because the thing he's being sentenced for, he doesn't have immunity for. He doesn't get immunity. This will be interesting. Please do not let this moment allow you to sink. Let this boost your momentum. We are strongly protected. We're so protected. That's why I'm not questioning the SGs. I'm not questioning the tarot readers. I'm not questioning, people. You guys have to remember, we all have the ability to. That's why I don't really like the word psychic. I don't like it at all because it's just, my ability to discuss things with the other realm, with spirits beyond the veil or whatever people say, they call it the veil, is just because that's something I've worked on my spirituality quite a bit. And so maybe that's why. I can't even explain it really. But we all have the ability to do it, and they are all there for us. You guys, you do know you all have your own SGs, right? I don't know if everybody knows that. I feel very strongly about that. I've heard it so many times throughout my entire life. We are all born with our own spirit guides. So you don't need to ask my spirit guides. You can talk to your own spirit guides. In fact, they're always talking to you. Talk to them right now. Tell them how angry you are and tell them to give you, I love that. We're stronger together. Tell them to help you rise up here. Lee said, stay in love now more than ever. Don't let the dark night of the soul get you. Okay. I mean, you can be in, I'm always for the being in the emotion and not stuffing down the emotion. Feel that. And then don't sit there. Sit in love for yourself, for others. If you have to I've been sending love to Trump and everybody who loves him for the last 3 months because it's the only way I could deal with it. He says, stand your ground. We can't solve, fix, or save. Okay. You just have to stand your ground. It's about you right now. It's about you staying in love for yourself, for your country, for the world, knowing there's many bigger things at play right now. Okay. That we don't understand, which is why it's so frustrating. But that's why we came here. We came here to deal with things we don't understand, and stand our ground and stay in love of the things we don't understand. We're being, I don't even like using the word tested, but we're not being tested. I don't believe in that. I don't believe we're here to be tested, like God's testing us. I just don't believe that. I believe that, there's half a country right now. If this was done legally, there's half a country right now who's feeling completely opposite. They're feeling the way we wanted to feel. Half a country. So there's something there, I'm getting to the timeline thing, I think. I just decided to go up to the top. Not all votes are counted. Early vote for Kamala. How could they get it wrong? Just very sad, but we need to bring up trust. Thank you for last night. Thank you. I know I kind of read these already, but that's okay. Big hug. I finally fell asleep. I've been crying all night. Mark. Yes, he got the popular vote. It's truly impossible. But yeah, not all votes could be counted. They've never been officially counted. I know. You guys, the fact that the way Florida was called and then Texas, I'm like, no. No. I don't know. I woke up and my chest sank. I know. I didn't want to look at my phone, and I have a group chat on there, friend group chat, and they're all like, "How did this happen?" And I'm like, "Okay, I don't even have to look." Guys, let's think positive. Everything may turn around better than you think. Hi from the Netherlands, still in shock. Sending my love to the US. Thank you so much. I had so much hope after seeing you and a psychic say Kamala, I know, would win. And I do believe there's a reason for that. I do believe that there was a reason why everybody was seeking out. And again, I've only been on YouTube for a week and a half. So there's a reason why you found it. There's a reason why you were seeking out that information. Me too, from the tarot card readers. And it really helped me get through the last couple months. I mean, that was important for me, and so, the information, when you found it, where you found it was what you needed at the time. And now you found yourself here and, something is up. We need to recount. Why did the SGs give us the wrong answer? Yeah, a lot of wrong answers, actually. I mean, yeah, that's why, gosh, I can't even think of what was in my head. It had something to do with things weren't right. Like, I just have a feeling, I can't say for sure, but I have a feeling in January we're gonna be sitting here like this, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." Mine said she would win too. Exactly, Karen. I know. Good morning. Feels like 2016, but worse. We have to believe there is some purpose to this. There's purpose to everything, right? There's purpose to everything. Again, There are people on there's half the country that's feeling pretty darn excited right now. I feel a way I haven't felt in a long time, I know. "Oh my god, what happened? How can this happen? I can't believe this." I know. Okay, so this Heather said, and I know I read some of this already, but, I got 2 hours of sleep, words that came to me, I write them down so I wouldn't forget. Putin, Elon Musk, satellites, and Georgia, okay? You guys got to remember that Biden is in office, the FBI, the CIA, okay? They are all there, okay? And I know people have been kinda hard on our DOJ. I think what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but because he seems quiet, let's wait and see. We'll see how quiet he's gonna be. I'm afraid for the immigrants. Yes, we read that. Where our hope is. Okay, thank you. Where our hope is our responsibility, not yours. Thank you. Totally. Yeah. That's why I'm just here to like help people, find some hope in themselves. I'm from Canada, feeling sad for our neighbor to the south, just wondering if somehow the early mail-in vote was, yeah, missed or something. I know. Don't doubt yourself at all. Thank you. I know. I doubt the SGs. I'm not doubting myself, but I am. And this is not a first time I felt this way towards them, which is probably why I've never come on, publicly came. It just felt like I needed to a week ago. It's just like, do it. And so I listened. But they've been in timeout before for me. And my life has always turned out really good. So categories, yep. I cry myself to sleep. I woke up feeling hopeless and scared, then did self-talk and got my paints out. Excellent. To start painting. Shut the TV off and 1970s music on. Then I saw you on and I'm feeling better. Oh, that's awesome. You guys, that's the key is just be where you are today. Just be where you are today. What if tomorrow you get killed, you get hit by a car? Just be where you are today. And again, if you're not in an emergency situation right now and you're feeling like things are like, yeah, keep the TV off all day. Don't talk to anybody if you don't want to. Alan Lichtman also got it wrong, which makes it feel even more off. Exactly. I know we read that before, but exactly. It's not right. Something's not right. I got no sleep and I know she'll eventually be Madam President. Mine still say she will take the oath in January. Okay. So you guys, there's other people who, again, I do believe everybody who's found themselves here are like light workers who are here to stand our ground. And that doesn't mean like you need to, I mean, you can go to a Capitol and stand your ground, but I mean, just stand your ground in your peace, in your space, and just believe that the outcome that happens is the outcome that God intends to have happen. Okay? For the for humanity. Okay? And you guys are here because you're going to help the world do that. Okay? But we've got to feel the feels first, right? We've got to get that out. But like I was saying, there are so many people that are coming on and talking about like there are so many people that have connected who've used their ability because we all have the ability to access beyond the veil basically. And so there are so many people coming on my channel and saying the exactly same things. Okay. So it's not just the few people that you are listening to on YouTube. I'll say it again, please stop attacking others and start praying that this is not the final outcome. Exactly. And just be very careful about your anger towards people who voted for Trump. Because many people vote when they have no idea what's going on. They don't know. And remember, Lee said, patience with others, patience with yourself, patience with the pace that things will move for the next For November. This was November reading. Patience with the pace that things will move. And the third week of November is an energy shift or bright light. It's a calm after the storm. I love that. I mean, again, go listen to Lee Harris Energy on YouTube, his November 2024. I can't believe that so many could get it wrong. I know. I know. Okay, so let me read again what it might be helpful for you guys to write this down. This is what Lee said about power shifts this month. So with regard, all of us are feeling that. I can't believe so many get it wrong. Like how could I can't tell you how many times I've like, how could people believe this? How could okay. So this is what we need to write down. I believe you believe what you believe. Okay. So I'm talking to someone who voted for Trump right now. Okay. And let's just say that someone who voted for Trump can now say this back to people who voted for Harris. Okay. So it's both ways. So whoever, you might be in the chat and you voted for Trump. And okay. So this is both ways when you're having conversations. I believe you believe what you believe. I believe you believe it. Okay. So they don't think they got it wrong. Okay. So we need to believe that they believe what they believe for many, many reasons. You guys, I mean, you know that from the time you're born, there are trillions of things that make up who we are. Every single little experience makes up who we are, which is why you can never compare one human being to another, because every single little experience. So you can't know why people believe what they believe, because there's so much. It's so complex and deep. So I believe you believe what you believe. I love that. My experience is different than yours. My experience is different than yours. And that's really all we need to say to each other. You know what? I believe you believe what you believe. I believe you. I believe that you think this is better for the country. But my experience is different than yours. I believe you think this is going to be better for the country, but my belief, I'm feeling scared. There was a comment, someone said, I know she and her husband voted differently. Her husband voted for Trump. And that she left me a comment and said, now my husband's going to say, rub it in my face that I listen to psychics or something. And I lost my train of thought, but it was about but I think it's okay for you to say, I believe you believe what you believe, but my experience is different than yours, and I'm afraid right now. I think people need to hear why you're afraid right now. And I think we can communicate that without anger. Because I don't think that people on the right understand the fear. The fear for them is different from the fear for us, because our interpretation of what Trump has been talking about is very different than what their interpretation is, because they've been listening to different things we've been listening to. So my experience is different from yours. And I'm afraid. I'm saying that that's a way for us to have conversations. Okay, that was a long response to a comment. But I'm glad you said that. I can't believe so many could get it wrong. Okay, so yep, it was rigged. I think there's a difference between energetically winning and winning. Exactly. We sat last night. I don't know if there was probably 500 people on last night too. Like midnight we were on Central Time. And I really I had the SGs like this, which I could do again if you guys wanted me to. They're in timeout for questions, but that helped me so much maybe I'll pull them out in a minute. But There is a d I there I it's this us and them and this winning and losing and, energetically winning is total I love that, Zen Tarot. I love that. It makes so much sense. Energetically winning. We're all energetically winning. We just have to stand our ground, stay in love, which is what Leah's recommending. It's not a coincidence that I happened to listen, find Lee last week and then listen to him again yesterday morning before and I took notes. I had it sitting here. It's no coincidence, so I could use it today just to talk more. Okay. You're feeling safe, but not feeling well physically and mentally. Exactly. Exactly. So that's where Lee was like, our nervous systems, you got to be really careful right now. So you want to be, because of the energy storm the energy has been pent up over the last couple months. There's an energy storm right now, and it's got to go somewhere, he said. Okay. So watch your vibration, be careful about not being self-destructive, stay in love now more than ever. And that's for yourself. Stay in love for yourself. Okay. So that you can feel, because he did say, if you have, what did he say about? He said, if you have, oh yeah, if like you can have flare ups right now because your nervous system needs, he said, we're going to have time to grow, but our nervous systems may need to adjust and you're going to have flare ups if you have some medical issues and stuff like that. So just be really careful. I can't remember, the commenter's name, but if you're a painter, get your paints out today, put some 70s music on. I'll probably go sit at the table and do a puzzle. Tess, I think this has to do with the change of Twitter to X and the media's portrayal of the candidates, along with smart campaigning on the Trump team with social media. They went on huge podcasts. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I know. I left you 2 lengthy comments. I'm getting there, I think. Oh no, I just bumped. No. Sorry, guys. So frustrating when it does that. Why did it do that? I'm not used to being on live, but I didn't know the chat would bump on me like that. I was working my way down. Oh, darn. Even my friends from other countries. Yeah, I know. Friends from other countries. I really wanted to read every comment here. I'm going to get there. There's a lot of good comments. Okay, I found it. Let's hope it doesn't bump again. Yep, they went on huge podcasts. I know. There was, the social media. And the thing is like people, can just lie, and that's a huge problem. That never was like that when I don't think so. I mean, maybe they were lying and it just wasn't so obvious. I want to see what Mark Elias will say on democracy docket. It's not over yet. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Did you guys write that down? It's Mark. Is it Elias? Elias. So Mark Marcelias on democracy. Oh yeah. Is he the lawyer on there? I think he's the lawyer on there. Democracy docket. Okay. None of this is on you, Karen. Thank you. Hey, I'll take, if people need to project a little anger right now on me, they can do that if that makes them feel better. But then you guys need to go into yourselves because it's not going to help you to project it on anybody, right? As a Mexican, I guess I have to keep my birth certificate with me everywhere I go. Not that it would make a difference. Oh, Michelle, my belle. Oh, I'm so sorry. But we're going to stand our ground. Okay. We still have core beliefs about why we voted for Kamala, and we're gonna stand our ground with that, okay? I do not believe that half of the country is gonna let that shit happen. So, I don't know what it's gonna happen, but half the country is not gonna let LGBTQ, anybody in marginal communities or, immigrants, nobody half the country is not gonna let that shit happen to you. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. So, I just gotta, flare up. That's where I'm gonna be standing my ground, but I don't wanna go there yet. I don't wanna go there yet. We gotta take this one day at a time. Don't blame you, something is going to happen. Yep. So many psychics got this wrong, the energy was there. Exactly, the energy is there. The energy was there, you know? And exactly, that's why I put the SGs in timeout because, my responsibility with the SGs is asking the questions, okay? And if I don't ask the questions the right way, then we get the answers we get. And so, or if the tarot card readers get a card and they interpret it a different way, then that's the responsibility. The responsibility is how on the interpretation, basically. Okay. The way the energy is moving is not my responsibility. That I have to give to the universe. That's the energy there. But my responsibility is the interpretation of it. Okay. And so the nice thing I like about the rods is that the interpretation, the answers are there, but the, it's just you gotta be really careful about how you're asking because you gotta be very specific, and because they're saying, "Yes, she will be the 47th president," I have to if that ever changes, well, we can keep asking, but, if that ever changes, then we'll have to figure out why. Let's get the ego out and bring up our soul. It is smarter. Totally. That's exactly really, I feel like that's where the why I came on here in the first place is really just to have soul conversations. Thank you. I'm definitely not angry at you, Karen. Thanks, Roots. It's okay if you are, you know. I mean, you can be disappointed. You know what I mean? I would like to hear what Kamala says today. Yeah, me too. These results are such a slap in the face, so devastating. I know. Cash Peters, yeah, Cash Peters. I love him. Said that his vision showed a Trump win, but it looked temporary. Exactly. Or like an illusion to him. I can't imagine what that means, though. I know. I love Cash. Oh my gosh. He is so interesting. He's like a major storyteller. His psychic ability comes through, if you guys don't know Cash Peters, his psychic ability comes through pictures and he draws with stick figures and they're so cool. They're so cool. Like he literally has he just knows how to have these stick figures with energy and stuff. It's really cool. Um, you know what? Actually, because the more now that even brought his name up, like I feel so comforted thinking about Cash. Just even all the people I've been listening to, like just thinking about them, I don't blame them at all. Like I'm not sitting there blaming them. I'm so thankful that they gave me hope throughout this last couple months. And even thinking of them now, I feel so glad that I'm a part of their community and can feel supported by them, because they're feeling it too. They're feeling it too. They're like, what? What? What's happening? And they always say they don't always get it right. You know, Kamala's got this. I'm just heartbroken at how so many people could think that this is okay. I know. Okay, I'm going to go back to I believe you believe what you believe, but my experience is different from yours. They believe something and they're happy about it. And I don't, you guys, I know so many people who voted for Well, I don't know so many people who voted for Trump. I know a few people who voted for Trump, and one of them's probably my best friend, and her and I haven't talked for a month because we're so different politically. We haven't talked for a month. She moved to Tennessee because she couldn't handle living in a more liberal place, and she's my best friend, and I love her. And I don't know, and we don't really talk politics, but I know what she believes. But she believes what she believes, but my experience is different than hers, and we've always respected that. We've always respected that, you know? And I don't know what she believes that made this feel okay, because here's the thing, she may not have ever watched Trump. She just believes in the Republican, what they stand for, in general. She may never even watch Trump at all over the last couple months. So she maybe doesn't really know how his behavior is, or whatever it is that you feel that how you can't understand how people think this is okay, you know? So there are so many people who voted that just had no idea what was going on, you know? I'm just numb and scared, confused, angry, grateful I have therapy today. Good. Yes, everybody schedule a therapy appointment. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. There's no way that man would get the popular vote on top of all these typically blue areas that somehow changed to red. I know. I know. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want Kamala to speak as a concession, but to say that there is an investigation. That is what I'm absolutely hoping is she's going to say. If she doesn't, though, then I'm going to trust that she doesn't think there's any funny business going on. We'll see. Because again, her background is the thing is that this is going okay, let's just say that they are investigating and a whole bunch of stuff comes out. Boy, is that gonna get rocky. That would be way more rocky than Dems losing right now. Way more rocky. So we gotta be careful what we ask for, you know? I mean, Trump, they may never ever do this. I mean, they just talk so big, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we know Hitler did the things that he said he was gonna do. And I'm telling you, he's got the same characteristics. And I know the right hates hearing that, but I mean, you can't, it's written down. He has the same characteristics. The SGs did say he was going to claim an early victory, holding on to hope. Okay, very good. So you guys remember more than I do. My daughter says she cannot believe the country hates women so much. I don't know. See, I don't. There are a lot of women who believe what they believe, and we believe differently than they do. And they believe something that is not about hating women. So I'm just going to talk about the women who voted for Trump, you know? And I don't think many, many, many men who voted for Trump hate women. I think, again, they believe what they believe and they were raised to believe it. You know, all of us came out of a womb totally open to everything. And all of us learned things along the way from the people around us, right? So that's why we believe what we believe. And then every experience challenges that constantly, constantly challenging what we believe. The worldwide internet outage in July, those Musk satellites, this needs to be overturned. Oh yeah, I forgot about that outage. Yeah, with Musk, I don't know, something. And, the fact that Bezos knew something was coming. He had to have known something was coming. My guides say he won't live long enough to take office. We shall see. I know. And then we've got JD Vance. Ooh. I sat and asked God, "What's up with that?" He said, "You are light, and we need light to shine in the darkness." Exactly, which is, that's exactly it. You guys are probably gonna be in the darkness a little bit today. And I'm all about, I come from a counseling background. I'm all about we've got to feel it. We've got to feel it. We've got to express it. Just express it in an appropriate way, not self-destructive. Self-destructive would be being angry at others, doing harm to others, being angry at yourself, doing harm to yourself. Okay. We can't be self-destructive. We have to feel the feelings, get it out, express how you're feeling. If you are in a household that your spouse voted for Trump and you voted for Harris, and it's very uncomfortable and you're angry, go back to that conversation. I believe that you believe what you believe, but I feel differently than you do. And I'm afraid. And I don't know, not everybody will hear that, but a lot of people would hear that, you know? I love that. So shine your light in the darkness. So once we get the feelings out, because I mean, it's the morning after, once we get the feelings out, then we've got to start, you got to start shining your light. And if that's go paint, go to the gym, get on with your life, let them work. I do feel like that whole thing is in its own timeline. It's like, it has nothing to do with me. Like, I don't know what's going on back up there. It has nothing to do with me. And not right now. It doesn't have anything to do with me right now. You know what I mean? It had something to do with me last week, and I did what I could to get people to vote. Doesn't Pluto go into Aquarius on November 19th? Yeah, Karen, I don't know. I'm not a real astrology person. I find it fascinating, but people are just fascinated how they can understand all that stuff. What I would need to know is like if Pluto goes into Aquarius on November 19th, that part I'm actually like, I don't even understand any of that whole sentence. But if you tell me what it means, then I'll be prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like if Pluto goes into Aquarius on November 19th, this is what it means. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I am so, 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 so sad today. I know a lot of half the country is so, 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 so sad today. And you're feeling it. You're feeling it. Not only yourself, but we're also our sadness. That's the other thing is our sadness is spreading. And trust me, they know it and they feel it too. The energy is incredible. This was fast. All our votes were counted. I know it was way too fast. I feel upsetting as a brown woman. It feels like someone who looks like me can't ever be president, no matter how qualified she is. I know. I know. The thing I have major hope for, though, is that 2 women were put up for election. That is huge. That is huge. So it's just huge. Our country is very young, you guys, and male energy has been dominating for so long, you know? So I know. But you know what? A brown man was president for 8 years. And that, I mean, I was really hoping to celebrate like that today. I mean, that was huge. So, I mean, just think of when you're feeling sad and everything, think of all our leaders. Think of them. They are there to support us. Think of our leaders, you know. Think of Kamala right now. I really feel like they have our backs and they know what to do. They know what to do. She shouldn't, and Biden should do whatever he has to do. Yeah. I think she is waiting for a reason. Wise words, sending all love and light. Thank you. If she doesn't, then we'll be as bad as them. We've got to use the law here. Yep, I agree. I agree. Right? How could they call it so quickly when it was so close? I'm baffled by that. So many signs. This is off. I agree. People were saying that like immediately last night. I was on like doing an election night like at 7 and people started calling stuff and I was like, No, like, and the SGs were actually still saying, see, this is what's weird, is the SGs were like, are they gonna, is Florida gonna turn blue? Yes. And then someone goes in the chat, Florida turned red, and the SGs are like, I'm like, is Florida gonna turn blue? Yes. They just kept saying yes. So, yeah, something's off. My guides told me you wouldn't believe me. Oh, you guys are having a conversation. That's cute. Look at how many of us are here for you, for us, for each other. Exactly. We mobilized for her. Now we have to mobilize for us. We can't take this. Exactly. Exactly. Again, I woke up this morning and I was like, yep, got to get on, you know, and just talk to people and see how everybody's feeling and just, again, hold space. Oh, did they take both the House and the Senate? Is that what you're saying? Bomb threats in Russia are concerning, and if the table was turned, they would already be calling foul. I know, totally. Even my friends from other countries are very sad for us. Yes, I can imagine. And feeling scared, probably. Yes, I live in the state of Florida and I hate it here. I'm sorry. Thank you for getting me through the hardest election of our life. Not sure what the future holds. Why did the SGs get it wrong? Yeah. They're going to tell me that they didn't get it wrong. I can tell you that right now. So we'll have to look in the future. When we get to the future, we'll look back and try to understand it. They got it right with Trump and Biden. So how did they get it wrong with Harris? Yeah, it's true. There's literally no stopping him with the House and the Senate. God help us. Yep. Oh boy. So he did get the House and the Senate, huh? Kamala's smarter than that. She will dig. Yep. Very worried. I have an aching in my heart that I haven't felt in a long time. And it's a type of aching I don't think I've ever had. Yep. This is, yeah. And that's where the dark seat of the soul comes in, the dark night of the soul. You're feeling that. I think you are. I don't even understand the dark night of the soul, but that makes sense to me. What Lee talks about. And that's what we're going to be feeling right now. So I'm just going to keep coming back to that a little bit. So he said lower vibrations acting out because of energy storm. Watch your vibration. Be careful about not being self-destructive. The dark night of the soul at work for many. Stay in love now more than ever. The third week of November, there's an energy shift. And he was like, it was kind of the way he did it was kind of, for me, it felt like an awakening the third week of November. So there may be, and my hope is that we're going to be like everything plays out and we're going to find the truth in the third week of November. But I don't know that that's what it is, but it's an energy shift that's calm after the storm. So third week of November is really like next week. That's next week, isn't it? Let's see, pull my calendar up. Okay, not quite. 1, 2. So third week of November is the 18th, you guys. So it's 2 weeks from now. So you're just going to we're going to have to keep our vibrations high, stay in love as much as possible, have mature conversations with people. We asked if she would be taking office in January. It's not January yet. Truth will come out. Yep. I believe so. How did the SGs? Yeah, we talked about that. It's not trust. It's not about trusting the SGs. You have to know the truth about what's really going on in your head and heart and get the highest timeline answers. Yeah, I totally agree. I think we have some timeline comments coming up that might be helpful for people. That is an area I need to learn. I've always heard, like, even like what you're experiencing right now is not reality. And I've had such a hard time understanding that, but I'm starting to intuitively, I'm starting to feel it, but I can't explain it, but I'm starting to intuitively feel that that's correct. Love your energy and positivity. Thank you so much. That flash everyone's been talking about can come at any moment now. Yep. It's true. Hugs to all, love. And I think the flash is really what I've been hearing about the flash is it's really it's the same kind of thing that Lee's talking about the third week. It's a shift in energy. And it's like what I'm understanding, if you guys will have to tell me if you've heard this too, but I think it was an Ann Tucker. What I'm understanding is that all of humanity, when this shift of light comes, or this flash of light, is going to see beyond the veil. All of humanity, everybody who's human, is going to all of a sudden be able to understand more about what's beyond humanity, what's beyond, that we can't see right now, that all of us are going to see it at that flash of light. And we're going to have 3 days of darkness to kind of settle into. And dark, I don't wish I would use darkness, but 3 days, let's just say, of I'm going to say rest, to kind of probably adjust. Like, our nervous systems are going to have to adjust to that. But I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest, because, this kind of crap that's going on with humanity, like, especially with this authoritarian stuff, again, this kind of crap is just, I'm over it. Aren't you guys over it? I'm so over it. And it just keeps coming back, and we're over it. So I think all of this has come to us for a reason. And I think it's going to help us see more clearly because of how we're feeling right now. We are sending America so much love, sending love from Africa. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Sending love right back to you. I am convinced that Elon Musk had some kind of backdoor for the Russians. Yeah. Entertainment purposes only. It does. I have that sense as well. Hugs, everyone. Hugs. Yes, recount. She's been crying at you, Lucy. Yeah, I know she was. Now, I think she's feeling a little more chill. Did you guys hear the helicopter? We have a med flight near us, but it doesn't sound like med flight. Hugs to everyone, including myself. Totally. All about a little of everything. I believe Trump will not make it the 4-year term. Yeah, there's probably no doubt in that. That's for sure. The word from this morning you tried to think of is what I meant. Okay. Didn't Lee talk about the pent-up energy having to be exactly? May have been. No, it was Lee. It was totally Lee. He's like, there's an energy storm. So he said he had like 6 points for the month, and one of them was lower vibrations acting out. And he said there's been so much pent-up energy that there's going to be an energy storm. That's why he said, watch your vibration, be careful about being self-destructive. Dark night of the soul at work for many. That's how you're feeling right now. We got to climb out of that. Stay in love now more than ever. Stay in love more now than ever. I mean, I'm using his whole thing through this whole thing, and it's helping me so much. And it's not a coincidence that I happened to just listen to him again yesterday morning. Hey, I was totally convinced we were going to have a blue wave. So I don't know why I just decided to listen to him again and take notes. And I usually don't always do that. Just found you a week ago. So glad I did. Have only seen you and Ellie on this morning. Oh, okay. I know. I thought, no way am I going to come on over the last week. I know I've only been on YouTube. Well, I was on YouTube for like 4 years doing business videos, but I've only been on YouTube with the SGs like literally a week and a half, Deb. So you found me about right when I started. I'm glad Ellie's on too. I feel like we have a responsibility to be on. I feel like we can't just be, we can't be we couldn't be on talking about the energy then and then not be on supporting, where we are now. That's how I feel. Many of us are calm. That's the weirdness. I know, right? I feel so like, I know my husband said last night, he's like, I don't know. I think we're all shocked. I don't know. I feel calm too. I feel calm in a weird way. I feel calm but when I start to logically go there, I'm like, I just can't understand how this is going to play out. He can't be sentenced in any way that would interfere with the presidency. Oh, you don't think so? How did he even be allowed to run? He was out on bond. We're calm because we know it will be Kamala. Good. Truth will rule. Yep. No one should be angry at you. It's not your fault. Yeah, that he won. Yeah. I've never done anything. I've never worked so hard. I've never gone to any rallies ever in my whole life. I mean, I was always, I was working, so I wasn't working right now, so I had the time. I mean, I never stood out on a street in a costume encouraging people to vote. I'm so sad to be angry right now. I'm too sad to be angry, I know. So we're going through the grieving process. So look up the grieving process. This is real. This is mourning right now. There's going to be an anger phase, then there'll be an at the end of it all, there'll be an acceptance phase. Coming to the realization I can't control others, only myself. It's time for me to focus on my own spiritual growth and ascension. Totally. Exactly. That's what Lee is saying. That's exactly what he's saying. He said it's time. November is a rebuilding, reorganization, and reinventing of yourself. So, and the US, but of yourself. So it'll be a strong couple of months, he said. The future is bringing us to it. There's a reason the future is there. It's bringing us through to it. You're nesting for your next phase and birth. So he's calling this nesting. This time in November, we're nesting right now. It's time to rebuild, reorganize, and reinvent. So you can rebuild, reorganize, reinvent your personal space. You can rebuild, reorganize, reinvent your internal space. Rebuild, reorganize, reinvent your relationships. So many different things. Just take it a little slow, though. That would be a lot. But what I would do is go clean a closet. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go clean. I have a couple storage rooms downstairs. I'm going to go clean those out. That makes me feel better. Right. I'm feeling very calm about it too. Yeah. So weird. I know. I think the more the more spiritual growth that you work on. I mean, think of Oprah, you guys. Oprah. Just think of Oprah right now. We have so many spiritual leaders that will help us get through this. Oprah. I love Oprah. I love her. I know, Kimberly. I can't believe this. Keep Kamala. Be strong, Allah. Share love, Allah. Yes. Keep Kamala. I got to write all that down. I love it. Okay, you guys, write that down and okay, you guys, anyone who's listening to this, I want you to write this down. Keep Kamala, be strong, Allah, share love, Allah. Okay. I want you to write that on a big piece of paper and put it on your refrigerator. Okay. And if I was on Instagram, you could post a picture, but I'm not. I don't think you can post stuff. I don't know how you would share it here in the community, but keep Kamala. So keep Calama, comma, be strong, Allah. So strong and ALA, and share love, Allah. Oh my gosh. LOVELA. That is the best. I love it. That is so great. Dark night of the soul is a necessary pathway to enlightenment. So maybe this is the way for America get to the light. Yeah, absolutely. You guys, Lee, the Z's are amazing. And again, it's only, I mean, a lot of people I really do trust the channeling of a lot of people. And because I'm like, there's no way that any human being could say those things. Like, I just don't, the way that he says it. But for me, the Z's are very practical. Like, I need practical. Some people are so esoteric and like just out there. I'm like, I don't like the astrology to me is just, it's too much for me. So I need practical. So the Z's really work. I mean, they're just very practical. So what were we talking about? The dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is at work for many. Stay in love now more than ever. Lower vibrations are acting out. Lower vibrations are acting out. Let's not be that lower vibration that's acting out. The question is, we like to look at the Republican Party and say, or MAGAs and say, they're the lower vibrations acting out. That's how my head goes. But I don't know if that's right. Maybe we're the lower vibrations acting out. I don't know. I don't think my personal vibration is the lower vibration, but maybe collectively our ideas and stuff is a lower vibration. I don't think so. I mean, it makes no sense to me because we talk about love and we talk about moving on and moving forward. And I mean, actually, I'm taking all that back what I just said about it's not the lower vibrations are coming from the right side, from MAGA. The lower vibration, they just are. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to look at a group of people who allow people to live the way they want to live, to allow people to express, their love for someone that's not the same as someone else expresses their love. Someone who feels better in a different type of body than they were born in. Somebody, and let them just live their life. Mind your own damn business. That's not lower vibration. That's love. That's not lower vibration. So I'm not going to sit here and think that people who support Harris are of the lower vibration. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to hate, but I'm not going to blame, but I'm not going to sit here because at first I was like, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. It's impossible. So lower vibrations are acting out. Lower vibrations are acting out. Okay. And what that says to me intuitively is remember Trump at the, we have a secret. Yeah. His secret just played out, guys. We have a secret, he says. It just played out, his secret. We thought his secret would come after he lost. No, his secret just played out. So, and that's why I have a feeling they didn't even try at the end. There was like nobody at that last rally, which to me was an indicator that they were losing because nobody was supporting them. My husband just said, "Good morning. How are you doing?" Oh, he sent me a text. So they weren't even trying because they knew. Okay, I'm speculating now, and we got some conspiracy theory going on here, so you'll have to forgive me. Oh, I'm so glad you are on today. Yes, I am too, and you're doing so much for me that this is a totally equal exchange. So I'm so glad you're here. I wouldn't be on if 466 people weren't here. So let's go back to that. Dark night of the soul is a necessary pathway to enlightenment. It's a necessary pathway to enlightenment. So what you're feeling today, you should be excited about. Because you know why? Because what we don't want to do, think about the things in your life that have been really hard. Everybody has had really hard things. You don't want to come back and have to learn from those things again, do you? No. So we need to work. Dark night of the soul is a necessary. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for sharing this. Dark night of the soul is a necessary path to enlightenment. So maybe this is the way for America to get to the light. And I'm going to say this is the way for America to get to the light. This is the way for us to continue getting to our light. Okay. Okay. I'm getting stronger in my convictions. I can feel them as we sit and talk about these concepts that you're sharing and that Lee's sharing. I'm feeling stronger in my convictions about this. So for me, that feels good. I wasn't calm like this in 16. Were any of you? No, I wasn't. Yeah. So there's several people that are saying that they're feeling calm. I know, right? I will never give up my light. Two wrongs never make something right. Exactly. Yes. I mean, we give up our light so much. Oh my gosh, our whole lot, my whole life. I've been giving up my light and I'm finally feeling, the older I get, I mean, the more time you have, the more experiences you have to not give away your light. And we don't need to. We don't need to give it away anymore. Feeling in despair right now is giving away your light to things we don't even understand. We don't have any control over. Lee says that. He says, going back to Lee again. Thank you, Lee. Everybody should go visit Lee and subscribe just to thank him for this conversation. We can't, this is for November energy, complex energetics. We can't solve, fix, or save. We can't solve, fix, or save. Stand in your ground. You have time to grow. You want to use this as a growth opportunity. Just be careful about your nervous system, which means take a nap, go do some painting, do a puzzle, talk to a friend, have some coffee. Don't talk about politics. Read the Bible if that works for you. I'm going to lay down. I like to get down on the ground and look at Lucy, and we just look at each other. We just look at each other. I'm so connected to her. It's just, you guys should have seen my other cat. We just put him down on July 7th. Oh my God. There's nothing like him. He was so amazing. But Lucy and I never had as strong a relationship as we do now because Cleo was so, and it was a boy, Cleo, but he was a Himalayan, a white Himalayan, and he was so chill. It was unbelievable. And, they're both 18, and so I've had them for a long time. But he always was like the first to get picked up, the first to get a hug because he just demanded it, And so she always sat in the background. And now her and I, since July, have become very good friends. And now I realize that she just waited, you know. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, whole nother story. No, not in 16, not in 20, but now calm. Exactly. Oh, your guides can't give you the answers. You got to learn the truth first and they'll validate them. Yes, highest timeline is the truth. This is all a circus illusion created by rulers. Exactly. I really like your input. You have a very different you have a different way of expressing things than I do, and I really enjoy uncut funk. I really enjoy hearing your comments because it's thought provoking. So your guides can't give you the answers. You got to learn the truth first and they'll validate them. I love that. So what that says to me, and you can help me understand if I'm correct about that, is that when they answer a certain way, they're validating that truth, right? I have to think about that. Highest timeline is the truth. This is all a circus illusion created by rulers. Okay. Okay, you guys know that saying, not my circus, not my monkeys? I saw this the other day. I'm not sure I'm going to get it right. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it down? Oh, I did. Oh my God. This made me laugh so bad. So, not my circus, not my monkeys, right? Have you ever heard that? We used to say that where I worked. This is not my circus, not my monkeys. It was just a way to like let go of stuff. So, anyways, I saw this saying that said, it was on a mug. It said, crap, looks like this is my circus and those are my monkeys. This is my circus and those are my monkeys. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. Let me see if there's what other mugs. Poured myself a cup of ambition. I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. None of your emails are finding me well. You know how everybody goes, "I hope this finds you well." None of your emails are finding me well. This one, I really like funny thing like, I have a weird sense of humor. There was an image on a mug with an octopus. These were all on Amazon. There was an image on of a mug on that was an octopus, and it says, "Sometimes I wish I had an octopus. Oh, sometimes I wish I were an octopus so I could slap 8 people at once." Sometimes I wish I was an octopus so I could slap 8 people. Oh my god, okay. Oh, a little laugh is good. Abraham Hicks explains that contrast helps us appreciate the higher vibrational experiences. Totally. Oh my gosh. It in such a bratty way. There was a part of me, and this is gonna sound awful because I have privilege in this society. I'm a straight white woman. And I grew up middle class. I went to college. I have a master's degree. So I have privilege in order to say this. So please don't get me wrong. But there was a part of me that was like, oh yeah, let's just see Trump win and let's see what he ends up doing with this country. There was this very bratty part of me, you know? And it's like the contrast. Like it's like you're gonna see what's gonna happen, people if he gets, and so I know, very bratty and very, I'm just being honest about the shit that comes up in me, because I know shit comes up in you too. It may be different shit, but it's shit. Um, Manson, I worked my ass off yesterday driving over. Oh, hi, Manson. I know you were leaving comments. That was so much fun. I worked my ass off yesterday driving over 200 people to different voting locations. I spoke with so many Harris supporters. This isn't right. I know. I know. I'm even afraid to just even go. Has anyone been on to see if Harris has been on? It's 9:30. I've been on for an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to leave for a second and go heat my coffee up at least. I'm a very slow coffee drinker. I've literally drank like that much. And this was the only mug I could even, I mean, it's not even appropriate for today, but I couldn't use my smiley face mug. Maybe I should go switch to that. My brain has too many tabs open. Maybe that is appropriate. I know, Manson. Thank you so much for doing that. You did the right thing. And you know what? You had a great experience yesterday, didn't you? It was fun. And that was worth it. There were states called with 0% reporting. How is that possible? Exactly. Just chill till January. Yeah, we got this. Manson Shepherd, we got this. Love it. Lisa, woo! Lisa's in the house. Having the faith. I love it. Let's light a candle for the world today, sending love and light. Awesome, Karen. Let's do it. I got a candle. I'm going to light it. I love it. We've got 392 people might hear that. Not tested, but definitely things to learn. We must continue to bring in light to planet. Yep, I agree. Yeah, not tested. I know. I don't know why I don't like that word, but that's okay. It works for many people. I didn't want to look at my phone either. I know. This is how powerful he is. That is what is so scary. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? The lower vibration is really putting up a fight right now. And we're just going to keep shining. And then we're going to have calm conversations. I believe you believe what you believe, but I feel differently. If you don't know the truth, you won't get the right answers. Yeah, that it's interesting. I mean, we could really dissect that for like a whole day. Because like, what's the truth? You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own truth. Or everybody has the same truth. We just describe it different. We just describe it different. In my personal experience, personal growth awakenings have always been preceded by a challenge. Oh my gosh. I know. I know, right? Why? But that's why we come here. Because I don't, I think when we are on the other side, like we're like, I've heard channelers say that like there's so many spirits that want to come here. They're just like aching to come here. So we need to, appreciate our, the fact that we got to be here. We lost the house 180 to 198. Wow. Wow. I refuse to give up. I don't believe these light workers are all wrong. I totally agree. Yeah, we're not. It's not, and again, I don't think it's about right or wrong. I think it's this, like what Lee's talking about, the lower vibrations. And so we just need to, lower vibrations are acting out. And I do think that because it just seems that way to me. I don't know how I would feel if I was a Republican, but I do feel that we've got the light, and that's bringing up, and then we are trying to keep the light as high as possible, and those lower vibrations are just like freaking out. That's why they're doing everything they can to stay in power. I'm sick and depressed. I know. So the question is what can you do today, just today, to get out of that feeling? Because you don't want to sit in that feeling for too long, because then you're going to be at a lower vibration. Again, feel the feelings, but then we got to keep our vibrations higher. Dewey defeats Truman, Chicago Daily Tribune, November 3rd, 1948. Are you guys having a private conversation about that? I don't really know much about that history. I'm not so sure he will be inaugurated. Yeah. Recount. Yes. Don't give up your power or give in to the fear. Oh, yeah. Merrick Garland. Yeah. That was like an hour ago when I was talking about him. I lost faith in Garland. I know. I don't know. I don't know enough about him, but I've heard a lot of people saying that. So actually, I would turn that around and let's just send light to Garland so that he helps us do the right thing here. Right before I went to vote, I did a tarot draw asking, what do I need to know? And I received the 7 of Swords, deception. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. So, did that mean to you? I'm wondering what that meant to you. Did that mean to you that there's going to be some deceptions in this whole process, basically? Okay. I had a tarot card reading today, and I'm like, I'm not publishing. I want to do a different one now, because the energy, I did it last night, and I did it under the energy that she was winning. So I'll have to do another one and post it today, because I think we'll get a different response today. Right. Okay. So mine said she would win a lot. Can't understand how we could all be so wrong. Yeah. Did you guys notice, if you were over the week, we answered it every day. And, in the beginning, it was kind of like this. And then as we got closer, the energy started boom, boom, boom. So that's really interesting. Too close is how I feel. 2025. Oh, my sister's calling me. I'm going to decline. Yeah. She's probably like, oh my God, you're getting a lot of hate comments. Let me text her. Join us on YouTube. I've been live for 0.5 hours. She's going to be like, what? Okay. I just find it so strange he won by that much. He talks down almost every group of people. How are this many people voting for him? I totally agree. I'm so disappointed, but I know God is still in charge. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All I have to say is that you get what you ask for. I don't want to hear any complaining when he is able to complete his nastiness towards everyone. I know. Stay in the light as much as possible. Your SGs only help with truthful knowledge that you already know. Got to research the truth. Okay. I've always felt I'm a light worker and I am empath. I pray for healing. Good. I am numb. I know. I think yeah, I don't know if like the calmness people are feeling is like the numbness or the calm, I'm not sure. I don't really feel, I don't know. Yeah. I feel a little bit of like tightness here, but it's also because I have a little cough. But I don't know. I'll see what I feel like when I get off. Thank you for all that validation, Karen. We're not like them. What I found very odd how Trump was way too calm during the election. I totally agree. Out of character, like he was holding his breath. His scheme would work. He was way out of character during the election. Way out of character. He was just saying whatever he wanted. He was saying whatever he wanted. The same policies, laws will be implemented no matter who's in office. Okay. All right. It's a good perspective. The same policies and laws will be implemented no matter who's in office. I think the part that scared me the most, and he said he doesn't know anything about Project 2025. He said it. But the thing that scares me the most and that we'll have to wait and see is that whole replacing like all the civil servant workers with people who support his agenda, which, I don't know is any different than what most people do. I don't think they don't. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people do that. Like they bring in people that support their agendas. I just don't know to what degree they do that and what he's saying he would do. Now, he says he's not going to do it because he says he doesn't know about Project 2025. So we'll see. And remember, he's going to take care of us. I don't believe the votes are wrong or undercounted. I believe the fact that people voted this way is what we're meant to address. Okay. Thanks, Chris. Good. It's a good perspective. We've got to hear all perspectives right now. And again, going back to Lee's message, there's probably new people joining. So if you haven't, we've been talking about Lee Harris Energy. He has a November update. That's been very helpful for me to listen to. I'd encourage you to go listen to it. It was about what we can expect in November. He channels the Z's. And so what Chris said was, I don't believe the votes are wrong or undercounted. I believe the fact that people voted this way is what we're meant to address. Okay, so the fact that people voted this way, it's like, why do so many people feel what he was dishing out? That's the question. I love that, Chris. So that's what brings me back to what the Z's were saying, is I believe what I believe. I believe what you believe is what you believe, but what I believe is different. And we need to come to that. We need to find out, why do you believe what you believe? And then help them understand, and then try to bridge that gap. Why do I believe what I believe, and why do you believe what you believe? The thing I have an issue with is our entire lives for a long time. Don't discuss politics. Don't discuss religion. Well, you know what? This is what happens when you don't discuss politics and you don't discuss religion. This is what happens. This is what you get. Completely divided. Nobody talks about anything. And we don't even know how to talk about it. Nobody knows how to be civil about it. It doesn't make any sense. We got to stop saying that. We need to talk politics, people. Stop saying it. Because it's not helping anybody. Again, little rant I just went on. Chris, very, very good. We are definitely in a storm. Yeah. Again, go back to, if you're new to this, go back to Lee Harris Energies and listen to his 2024 November update. I don't believe, or I am in disbelief that there are that many evil people in this country that they think the way he does. Right. You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so. All the people that are on here have probably been really paying attention. There's a lot of people, including my sister, who may just be on here right now. Hi, sis. She doesn't pay attention. She says, and she's like, it's out of my control. It's out of her control. She voted, she did the things that were in her control. She probably encouraged some people to vote. She voted, and it's out of her control. And there are many people, my husband's like, people should have to take like a test before they're allowed to vote. They should have to at least read. You have to be required to read what each party stands for. Like, it's required. Now that would be a good change. Like, you literally have to sign a terms of agreement. I have read, and it can't be complicated. None of these huge lawyer, but you have to, there's so many people. I don't believe people are evil. I think there's a handful of people who want to stay in power. And if we call that evil or not, I don't know. But I think there's a handful of people who want to stay in power, and they were really good at knowing what scares people and what triggers people in order to make them move, you know? And, both sides did it. Both sides made us all move, you know? I'm still hoping somehow we will be protected. We are protected. We're protected. And again, half the country feels a certain way. So we're not going to you know, we have a voice. This is a democracy. We have a voice. Just voting is not the only way we have a voice. Just wanted to thank you for sharing your hopeful energy the past week. You have a nice, fun, relaxing vibe that helped me stay calm and positive. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You too. Thank you for being here. Hi, I'm in Brunswick, Canada here. My hope was that you would have a first female president. Our province, state for USA, elected our first prime minister ever. It is not the end. Stay strong. Thank you so much. Mine said she would win also. A lot for a while now. I know. So somebody else was using some kind of having some connection with spirit and saying that she was going to win. I could tell you the truths that are keeping you on a lower timeline. I'd take more than a week, all day, every day, though. Okay. Yeah, if you want to drop, like, I don't know, do you have a website or something? Because that, people can look at if you have a website or something that explains that, that'd be helpful. I am having wine for breakfast. I no longer want to be in this reality. Okay. Just one glass of wine, just to relax. But remember what Lee says. I'm going to go back to it because I have to keep reminding myself. Lower vibrations. Number 3, a theme for the month was lower vibrations acting out because of the energy storm, all the pent up energy over the last couple months. We need to watch our vibrations, be careful about not being self-destructive. The dark night of the soul at work for many. And we've talked about the dark night of the soul being the way to enlightenment. Stay in love now more than ever is what the Z's have sent through Lee. Okay, stay in love now more than ever. The 3rd week of November, there will be an energy shift. That's in 2 weeks. There will be an energy shift in the 3rd week. It'll be the calm after the storm. Okay, so Michelle, you're asking Uncut Funk for a resource or something, info. Yeah, I agree. Not being tested. Yep, not being tested. We are being taught. Yep. I live in Canada, but feel every bit of the same pain. I'm going to continue with my routine today and try to remember to take a meaningful breath from time to time. Try to make today a good day. Let's do that, you guys. I'm going to stay on for 10 more minutes, and then I will come back on later today. Okay, I'll probably come on maybe like 7 p.m. My husband will go to bed at like 7, and I'll just come back on and check in with people and see what happened today or whatever. Lydia Sanchez, I think I agree with you. I can start drinking too. You're at work. Maybe not right now. My guides know that I know of the evil ruler's trickery. That's why my answers are different. There are many false systems in place to keep us in the dark. Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. Alone, vulnerable, and entirely terrified. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you're not alone. We're right here with you. I'm so sorry that you're feeling that way. So it sounds like you're having a dark night of the soul moment. Okay. So the Z's, the other side, they're asking us to stay in love now more than ever. And that means love for yourself. Okay. That's the first place to start. You can't start for love for anybody else. You can't fix this. We're not expected to fix this. That's another thing Lee says. I knew I was going to be talking about this so much. I would have done an outline. The next 6 weeks, there's a lot of complex energy. We can't solve, fix, or save. Okay? Let go of the control. A lot of times when I'm feeling angry, when I'm feeling sad, is because I feel out of control. Okay? So we don't need to fix, solve, or save. We don't need to be doing that. Stand your ground is what the Z's are telling us. It's time to grow, but be careful with your nervous system. It needs time to adjust. It's an awakening at the beginning, patience with others, patience with yourself, patience with the pace that things will move, patience with the pace that things will move. So I know you're feeling alone and terrified, but be patient with yourself. You know, if retail therapy works for you, go do a little bit. Just don't go in debt doing it. If, you know, have a little cupcake, have a little wine, just don't overdo it. Not self-destructive. Go to the gym, get some of that pent up energy out. You know, that's a really good thing. You guys try to go for a brisk walk, breathe the air outside. I'll probably go do the elliptical because it just get the energy flowing out of my body. But I'm very sorry you're feeling alone, vulnerable, and terrified. That's not a good feeling. I think I am noticing how people are feeling so physically sick with this outcome. I am so nauseous. I am gutted. I know. I know. And I think that's, you know, part of that, I think, is just it needs to come out. You know, let it come out. Um, if you need to write it, you need to cry, you need to put your face in a pillow and scream. Just don't be self-destructive. Don't take it out on other people. Remember, people, you know, I believe what you believe is what you believe, but I believe something different. And it's okay to say, I'm scared, you know. The math just doesn't work. I know people are starting to question that. Oh, no. I'm going to go down to the bottom now and see. Gonna have pizza and a power walk today. Awesome. I am hearing from relatives. Oh, it doesn't go work to go down to the bottom because then that bounces too much. Thank you for holding space for us, light workers. It's a wonderful community that we need right now to stay strong. Thank you so much. I may need some support in the comments, you guys. I'm not going to take my videos down. If I'm going to take my videos down, the whole channel is going down. So I'm not going to like run from something. I know I said this in the beginning, but I feel my responsibility was in interpreting the questions and asking questions correctly. I don't feel responsible for what the energy was telling us. And if the whole timeline thing and my truth is not, you know, I don't know about that stuff. So, but I'll take responsibility for ways that I ask questions, but I was asking questions that people had in the community. So, but I forgot what I was saying that. Oh yeah, I might need a little, like my sister's probably reading comments and stuff, and I'm sure there's going to be, which is fine. We'll probably just have to heart them and let them go. You know what I mean? So I might need a little bit. No, don't spend your time in the community defending the channel. No, take care of yourself. You don't need to be doing that. It's not, there's no reason to. I wouldn't be on YouTube at all defending anything. Lots of love from Norway. You are not alone and you are so loved. Thank you so much. My favorite quote in these kinds of situations is to go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over. I love that. That's awesome. It's not easy to fight against a man holding so much and power. Kudos to Harris. Right? It was incredible. It was really fun. It was incredible. His secret played out. What does that mean? She hasn't conceded. Right. Yeah, I know. Remember that whole, like, I have a secret in his rally at Madison Square Garden? Okay, so she hasn't conceded. Good. It's over until it's not over. It's over until it's over. May the force be with you. Trump will not get away with this. God knows the truth and it will be conformed. Just wait and see. All right. We will. We definitely will. Sending love and strength. Thank you. You sure she surrounded January? I'm sad. Sure she surrounded January. Maybe it's over. I'm not sure what to think. I wonder if and when we'll learn what the secret is between Mike and Donald, right? You know what? I'm getting to a point where I don't even care. Like, I'm just like, I don't care. You know why? Because I don't have any control over it. My sister's gonna be like, yeah, I've been telling you that. But this is just where I needed to be, this whole space. But I am getting to the point, and maybe that's part of the lesson for me and part of the lesson for others. I don't care. What I'm going to care about is any injustice that is placed upon people, any rights that are taken away. That's what I'm going to care about. But all this conspiracy stuff and his little prodding and, all the attentions he's getting and all the crap he's been selling, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Even the professor that's predicted every election correctly, except for one, by the way, with his keys, said that Kamala would win. Definitely confusing, but we're here for each other. Exactly. He's probably like, what the? I have a feeling he's feeling something's off. That's not right, too. They are saying she will concede at 6 p.m. Oh, wow. Could be Russian interference via Musk. Are you speaking of Lee Harris? Yes, I am. Yep. I think his channel is Lee Harris Energy. Russia, I strongly felt something like this coming. I also strongly felt and still feel it's going to be okay. We are going to go through something and come out of the other side. Yep. We're going to have some calm after the storm the third week, I think, of November. A lot of big forces in play that should have been stopped. And you know what? Like, as long as you did your job, like you voted, you did your civil servant service, whatever, you participated, however you participated, you did your job. And now we have to let go of the control of that. It's so much bigger than us. It's so much bigger than one individual person. We're just here kind of reminding each other of that, and just being together and processing. It's really about processing. And I think that's why I'll come back on tonight and we'll just process more after, if she's going to concede at 6 p.m. I don't know if that's Eastern. And now after I just read that, my heart just totally sunk again. But a lot of big forces. Yeah. My pendulum says that there was interference and still saying she will win. Okay. There needs to be recounts and investigations. He knew he was going to win. Why he never tried that hard? I know. He just said whatever he wanted to say. It was very bizarre. There should be no hate against you. It's not your fault. The blame goes to the SGs. Laughing. Just kidding. No, I know. Again, I'm responsible for how I ask the questions, and I'm responsible for starting a YouTube channel. So, if, for people who, it's totally, just unsubscribe. It's totally okay. I'm not going to abandon. I don't, every day I just decided I would take this one day at a time. I had no idea this is what I'd be doing. So I'm taking it one day at a time and going with where basically my inner guidance is taking me. And if I decide that this is not going to be the path, which I find it hard to believe because the guidance was so strong a week and a half ago, it was like, do it, and it may be just to be here at this moment for a small handful of people, and that's okay. If tomorrow I wake up and the energy is different, I'll talk to Marcia. Well, I wouldn't make a decision quickly in a week anyways, but tomorrow I'll just, whatever I'm called to do, if it's just an angel reading, I'll do it. and we'll just, if I ever decide that we're just not going to do it anymore, I'll come on and we'll talk about it. But what is this 3 days of darkness everyone is talking about? Okay, so like I know it's Tucker, Ann Tucker, is that her name? She channels she's a channeler. I have a really hard time, like, she's great. She's so nice. And she actually sits and interprets what the channel is, because the channel, or to me, the communication to me is, because it's not like real practical stuff. I have a harder time listening to it, but she does talk about this period. There's a flash of light and 3 days of darkness, is what she says, is what they're communicating to her. And they just want everybody to prepare for that. And I kind of, my interpretation of it is there's going to be an opportunity for all of humanity to get closer to the veil, basically, to get out of this third dimension that we're in, this reality that we're in, and get closer to a different reality, which is very positive. It's a very positive thing. But the 3 days of darkness, I feel like, and I don't know, you'd have to go on her channel and listen to that more. But intuitively, it feels to me like just 3 days of calm, and like everything just kind of, we all just go, whoa. And we just wait for 3 days. Like, what just happened? Wait, well, this isn't real. This chair is not really just, just a chair. I don't know. That's just my interpretation of it. I'm feeling a huge gut punch. I know. I just got another one when that message came in that she was going to concede at 6. I was dry heaving from the stress this morning. Oh, Timothy, calling in my guide's help. Just what a shock. Oh, I'm so sorry. You may need to really get that. I mean, I know, like, our bodies just respond so differently, don't they? You may need to, that's maybe part of the spiritual purging too, is getting whatever is in your body out. I'm so sorry you're feeling that way. I'm listening to I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. Cool. Oh, you guys, last night when I came on and I played that celebrate good times. Come on. Cause I was like, yeah, we're going to be doing this, but half the country is playing it. Well, anyways, my video got zinged for that. It's amazing how, like, it was a copyright thing. So I cut it out of the video since it was a copyright. I know, I just played it off my phone. I wasn't trying to copyright, but thank you for the live chat. I am writing from Germany. This exchange is very helpful and comforting. I presume most Germans are shocked by the result. I presume they are too. That when my head goes there, like that, how similar, I can't even. Too many astrologers and SGs all had Kamala winning. I know, it'll be interesting to see what everybody starts saying. The only way there is a change, something dark has to happen. Just let's allow our soul to keep us strong and with light. Exactly. Okay, a couple more minutes. We're lucky we have each other. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I got up and I was like, I just have to get on. I have to get on. Just so, we can just help each other through this. Oh boy. Yeah, Tess, I know. Again, I voted for her, but the country did not want a woman president, just like they reject Hillary. You need to put your energies into seeing he does not destroy everything or someone stops him. Yeah. I will believe it if Kamala succeeds. Okay. I am totally stunned, and I cannot take the fact that Trump has won that evil orange sweet potato. Oh, has done it again. I know, the sweet potato. We're going to have to really change that energy, though. I know. We're really going to have to change that. I feel feel anger, feel despair, feel, just really don't go too deep into it. No self-destructive stuff. And self-destructive means on you and on other people. Feel it, man. Just feel it, get it out. Print out a picture of them, throw some darts at it, and then you got it. We've got to start sending love to it. That's the only thing we can do. Thank you so much. I needed to hear you. Time for a movie and a nap. Good. You all take care. I hope to see you all again soon. Awesome. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry I didn't get through everybody's comments. I almost made it through. It does feel like the Matrix, yeah. Does anyone else find it odd that the Does anyone else find it odd that the Obamas, Clintons, Pete Buttigieg have not commented? Yes, which gives me hope actually. The longer they wait, the better off we are. Oh, Saint Padre Pio talks about the bright light and 3 days of darkness as we are to hunker down for those 3 days. Okay, thank you. Saint Padre, I'm gonna write that down. I would like to learn about it. Saint Padre. So Saint Padre and then Pio, you guys, if you wanna look that up. Talks about the bright light and the 3 days of darkness. SGs could still be right in the sense that the energy of the people wanted her to win, but then something sketchy happened. But yes, we just need to focus on spreading love and good energy and going forward. Exactly. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for being here for us. Being alone right now is just too hard. I know, right? Thank you for being here for me. Yeah, is there any accountability? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go back to things I have said before on soul contract. Is his soul, he is a child of God, and his parents were children of God, and he was not raised very kindly. He wasn't. You guys, I read his book. I mean, I read a book about him, his childhood from Mary Trump, and he was not raised very kindly. He just really wasn't. Nobody is brought into the world to act like him. But his soul contract, I mean, he's really digging it. He's teaching us a lot, isn't he? He's really teaching us a lot. So we can be angry at him for what he's doing on a human level, but from what he's helping us do on a spiritual level, we can be like, wow, thanks. Oh my God, I got some eggnog and brandy for breakfast. Good for you. Kamala has not yet conceded, so no one else will comment before her. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, Ann Tucker. I think her name is Ann Tucker. So she's the one who talks about she channels. I don't know what her channel is. I forgot what they're called, but which Lee are you talking about? Please give a last name. So it's Lee Harris. Lee Harris Energy. I think it's Energy or Energies is his YouTube channel. So go look at the 2024 November update. And if you have to listen to that all day today, take some notes, write on it, check in with yourself about every single line in there. That's probably what if I needed some if I need some comforting today, that's probably what I'm going to do. Cuz he's got a really really clear connection, and very practical things to talk about. I think Kamala was who people wanted to win, but something is off, maybe rigged. But Kamala will concede, and we need to unify and move forward. We will get through this. We will. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. And I'm not going to act out. I'm not going to act out in violence or anything like that. Never, ever. And I hope nobody here would ever do that. Just listen to John of New Election. Just listen to John of New. Election is over and now you're terrified. It's going to be okay. It helped me a lot. Okay. So John of New, is that what it is? John of New. Can you clarify that in the chat? And I'm going to go after that. So John of New, election is over. Okay. I would like to listen to that. If it helped you a lot, awesome. I really wish everyone in election deviation would get together as a network. Yeah, electoral deviation would get together as a network. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, we'll see where we're gonna go from here. I'll check in with you guys tonight. I'll probably come on at like 7. I'll check in, see how everybody's feeling, and then I'll just take this channel one day at a time. I mean, I never intended to make a channel out of politics. I'm just answering the questions that people were interested in knowing. Like I had no intention of doing that. I'm more on the spirituality thing, the spiritual part of thing, but it's, it's fun to have some validation and to have conversation and stuff like that. So use if we want to use utilize the SGs to have conversation, that's fine. But we'll see where it goes. And it will really be like I'll do stuff, and if people respond to it, they do, and they don't, they don't. So all right, have a very good day, you guys. Please, hey, take care of yourselves. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just, do the best that you can today. Craig Hamilton was the only one I heard predict Trump could win. Okay. Can you please use the SGs this evening? Okay, I will. I put them in timeout though. I'll at least do the hug. I'm putting them in timeout. I just don't even want to ask. I know. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.